If you like what you see, why don't you think about subscribing? And make sure to check out my channel for videos just like this.
What's going on, folks? It's Mr. Bucket List here. I am one of the ultimate solo cruisers on the YouTube platform. I have been on more than 20 plus solo cruises as of this video. And no, I'm not bald, and no, I don't have any gray hairs. I have to kind of put that out there because a lot of older people like to compare their number of cruises to mine. We're not the same. I'm one of the younger millennials on this platform. But what I do want to do is I want to go ahead and just kind of give you all an overview of how solo cabins are on cruise ships. So one of the unfortunate parts about solo cruising is if you pick the wrong line, you pick the wrong type of cabin, you're going to end up paying a double price, the solo single supplement. So basically you pay for yourself or for someone else, even though you're in the room by yourself. But this guide right here is going to be a full just kind of breakdown as far as what's offered in solo cabins and which cruise lines I have found them on. So these are all going to be rooms I've stayed in. The cruise lines that I'm going to go through is going to be Norwegian Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, Virgin Voyages, Celebrity Cruises, and also Carnival Cruise Line. Now the only thing about the Carnival room is that room is technically a two-person room because it has a pull-out couch as well. But with that said, because the bed is so small and it's just kind of weird setup, if you do book that room, you essentially just get charged for one person. You don't have to pay that double supplement. At least that's how it was on my cruise. Some cruises may be different, but I want to add that in there because that was an option. But the rest of these rooms I'm going to show are completely solo cabins. You cannot book anybody else in there, and there is no additional fee. So I hope this video helps out. Again, it's Mr. Bucket List. Enjoy. The first room I'm going to show on this list is going to be from Norwegian Cruise Line. This is actually one of their solo studio rooms, and I've had this room twice now. One on the Epic and one on the Breakaway. Enjoy. And here we are doing another solo studio room tour on the Norwegian Breakaway. Now, a quick FYI, this has the same exact layout as the Norwegian Epic, so if you saw that video, it is going to be similar. Now, starting off, of course, we have your little window to the left of your bed or the right, just depending on what side of the ship you're on. With that said, this time around, the only difference really goes for the actual blinds. So on the Breakaway, you have actual blinds versus the Norwegian Epic. The blinds were inside the window, so you really couldn't touch it. So that's the only difference I know of. You can still control it with the little slide on the side. Now, under the bed, you also have a good amount of storage. I didn't show this last time around, but it's a lot of storage under the bed. So if you want to put all your luggage down there, it's quick and easy. And then back here, again, you got your reading materials and your reading lights as well. And then beside that, you have your room service menu and your phone, your dialer, all that stuff. So any numbers you need to call will be there for you. You also have a little ottoman you can use for storage or to sit on. Now this is your first closet over here. Pretty good space for a solo traveler. And then you also have a safe inside as well. They don't charge you additional for the safe. I know some hotels do, but they don't charge you additional for it. And it's pretty easy to set up. And then beside that, of course, you have your TV, which I believe is either a 28 or 32-inch TV. It's a decent size. I think it's 28. And then above that, you have some more storage as well. And then you get your little, of course, drinks and stuff they try to sell you. And then I got an included bottle of champagne because I'm a frequent cruiser. And then right here you have your second closet and storage area as well. And like I said, it's not bad for a solo traveler. It's plenty of room. There's me, your boy Mr. Bucket List. And then under the sink you have even more storage if you need it. Even more storage. You got a hair blower if you have that type of hair, we need to dry it with that. You got a little trash can as well. And then you got these little cubbies. And so, I mean, these are really useful. And here's your outlets. And so you have basically, just like the Norwegian Epic, you have, I believe it's 3 at the top, and then it's 2 that's European that can be converted to American. And then you have a little plug for your hair dryer. But as far as the cubbies, you have 3 different cubbies as well.
And then right here you have your shower. And so, I mean, as far as the shower itself, it's a decent size. You can only stand in it. There's no tub or nothing, but not bad. And then you have a full-size mirror as well. And then back to the bathroom. So this one does have a separate door. I know people in the Norwegian Epic didn't like the shared bathroom thing, but this one has a separate door for solo cruisers. Again, just like before, it's still a tight squeeze, and so your knee will hit it like mine is doing right now. So I just suggest to keep the door open if you want to sit down. And then that's pretty much it. Now the one thing I will mention is on the Norwegian Epic, and I'll put it in the video, you can change the colors of the lighting, but on this one I just could not figure out how to do it. So I just didn't. I just kept it white the whole time. But that's pretty much your room right there. Like I said, it's pretty much all that you need for a solo cruiser. And then this is just a quick pan to show you the full surrounding area. And the bed size is a full-size bed, so I mean it's decent for one person, or two, if you have somebody. But that's pretty much it. Now next, what I'll do is I'll be taking you all to the actual Solos Studio Lounge, which is half the size of the Norwegian Epic, but still the same amenities. Now the Solos Lounge is open to any solo cruiser regardless of what type of room you have, but you do need a key card to actually get inside. So what we did was we just left it propped open so people can easily get in. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll just take you kind of in like a little circle around the actual area. So you have a TV over here that has all your events and everything like that, or actual shows, just depending on who's in there. Then you have your wine station. So if you have the alcohol package, you can just come and fill up your wine and just kind of be on your way. And then of course you have your bartender area. I'll check that out in a bit. But this is your Solos Travelers board. So literally everything you're going to be doing is going to be posted here. They literally give you a list of things you can either do with the Solos program, or you can do your own thing. So that'll always be there for you. And then around that area as well, there's like a little sitting area. So if you want to sit and talk and just chill. And then you have food areas. So they have cake and muffins in the morning and water, coffee. So literally everything you would need is right there, the Solos Lounge. Now you'll see a lot of families and stuff trying to come in there because they don't have that in their actual rooms, but it's only for solos. So just kind of keep that in mind. And this is your personal bartender area. I'll do a quick edit to show you all, but the bartender we had was actually really, really cool. I gave him a nice, really good tip. He took care of us. He literally would load you up with anything. And that's me. And as you can see, it's also 2 levels as well. So I'll take a quick walk upstairs, but that's pretty much it. It is half the size of the Norwegian Epic, but it also has half the rooms of the Norwegian Epic, so that makes sense. Now, as we walk upstairs, like I said, it's literally just seating area up here, and I think a TV or something. I didn't come up here much because I didn't need to, but this is the upstairs view as well. So, like I said, it's pretty loaded little area. This place does get pretty busy. I mean, there was literally only standing room once we actually had the solo events pop off. There was about maybe 70 or 80 of us in this area. So, I mean, between the second and first floor, it was pretty packed. And this is the bartender I was talking about. So I'm a fan of Grey Goose, and so he literally made me a quadruple Grey Goose something, and he had a Cosmo for one of my friends. And so, like I said, he was really cool, really cool. And then this is our cruise director, our private cruise director for the Solos program, Lester. As you can see, yes, it is some older people in there. Again, like usual, I was one of the youngest people there, but still, everyone was having a good time.
Next up is one of my favorite solo cabins I've ever had. This is going to be on Odyssey of the Seas, and this is a solo balcony room. I did an 8-night cruise for literally about no more than $1,100 on a brand new ship at the time. Check it out.
In here, let's get this going here. So first to the left, you have your temperature controls. As you can see, they light up. Not bad. And then you also have your key card slot. So this is like any cruise ship. It takes any card. So I put my Royal Caribbean card in there, but you can use any card for that. I always recommend to bring a separate spare card, so you can always have it in there. And then as you all can see, this is a solo cabin. So it's just enough size for, well, a big enough size just for me. Amazing. Let me go to the bathroom. So here's the bathroom right here. This is actually a standard size bathroom that any cabin would have, so I really appreciate it. This ship is newer, so everything is nice and clean in here, which is great.
There I am. And then as you all can see, they have the shower. So this isn't like Jimmy B, Margaritaville at Sea, where it's not a little curtain, it's an actual shower with doors, and then they also have the hair and body wash and things like that. So pretty cool. And then also you have different stacks of stuff as well. So nice little cubbies, cups, your sink, everything. Now let's move on. So once you step outside the bathroom, you have two different closets. So you have one over here and then one over there as well. That one's a little bit smaller. But again, this is a solo room for one person, so this is not bad at all. And then as far as your bed, so this is I wouldn't say my one complaint, but this is my one critique. It's a full-size bed, which I guess is fine for one person, but still, I mean, just come on, just put a queen in here at least. Like, come on, folks. Now, the cool thing is, thankfully, the bed is directly in front of the TV. Every time I see one of these, it makes me smile, because this is how I love my TVs to be, not when you have to turn your neck and look at it. So that's amazing. And then you have some extra cubbies up here as well. So one, and then two. This got the lift handle like a hatchback. I drive a hatchback, and I love those type of handles, so that's pretty cool. And then this is the second closet I was talking about. So it's more like storage, but as you can see, 1, 2, you got your safe. You got whatever this is, I'm not really sure. And then you got these drawers down here. So not bad. And then you got some more cubbies right here. And then bang, you got a fridge. Now as we scroll over here, so you have your little desk area. I will actually be using this quite a bit this week. But this is your desk area right here. As you can see, you got some outlets. So 1, 2, and then you got 2 USBs right there, and then you got the hairdryer outlets. Already right there, technically that's 4 outlets. And then I don't know if you all saw earlier, but there's an outlet right here as well, right beside the bed, which is amazing. So yeah, that's your desk area and this little chair. Now, what I would recommend is don't use that chair. Bring in one of those chairs and bring it in here, because this thing will kill your back. Now, here's the big thing. Now, right now, this is day 1, so we are still at port. Well, still in port. But look. A solo room with a solo balcony. Can you all believe this? And look at this balcony, too. This is a decent size for one person. Not bad at all. Now, I don't like how the lifeboat's right there, but it's technically in their view, not in mine. If I were to sit and look forward, this is all I'm pretty much seeing outside of this little area right here. This is all I'm seeing. So, I mean, technically it's not obstructed, but they can do a little bit better. People down there, I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Now we're going to move on to Virgin Voyages. I was not a fan of this cruise line, but I did enjoy this room for the most part. Alright folks, let's do this room tour. So room 14182M, so mid. To get in, all you have to do is scan your little wristband. Like so, and there you go. So this is a Solar Insider room. Let's just go from the top to the bottom. So right here you have a closet, and look at that. It fits my bag perfectly. Like if I wanted to, I could easily just do that. Have no idea my bag is right there. Amazing. And then you also have this as well. So, cubby space, you're safe. Plenty of drawers to go into. Now I'll be honest with you all, this is my first time going through all this. So this is new to me, like it's probably new to you. But not bad. I mean, this area is tight, but it's really laid out really well. Then over here, you also have your water. So you'll always have some water on stock. You got your cups. Got your ice bin, things like that. Very cool. And then right below it, you actually have a fridge. Fridge down there, nice and clean. Cool. You have your phone, your desk lamp, things like that. You have a little stool, so if you want to use your computer, like I probably will be doing, right there. Now the cool thing right here is also this controls your room and things like that. So room controls, as you can see, entertainment, services, things like that. So we'll try to get it on and see what that does. So you see how it kind of dims the lights down a little bit? Alright, what's going on, folks? So I want to get back into this video and kind of go over the tab. When I was first doing the room tour, I had just walked in, so I wasn't really familiar with it. Now I am. It's very functional, and it's amazing. The first thing I want to say is it is removable. So when I first walked in, I thought, oh, okay, it's just a tab and you have to walk up to it. That's not the case. It's removable. It's chargeable. See it right there. Once you're done using it or whatever, or if you just want to charge it, just put it back on the stand. The next thing is everything. It controls everything. So your room, your lighting, things like that. Room controls, as you all can see, we got the ceiling light right here. Oops. Got the ceiling light right here. So if I want to, I can just turn it off completely and leave on these other two lights. And turn it off, turn them on. Obviously here we also have the room controls for the temperature too, which is really nice. But this is what I really like because it reminds me of NCL. You have the different moods. So I use this one. Where is it at? Yep, that's it. Zen. I was really tired, so I used this one, and look what it does. Bang. Just like NCL. So I'm going to kind of mess with the moods, and you all can see it in real time. So this is pumped up. Kind of reminds me of my house. I have this in my house. This is Hangover. Oops. And then this is Get It On. Keep going. This is Photo Shoot. Oops, I don't know what that noise was. Oops, I am just messing stuff all up, y'all. So we'll put it back on Zen. Now, another cool thing as well is the entertainment. So basically, you go right here, and let me just sit on the bed. So again, this bed is like, it faces the TV, so it's really cool for a solo. But I mean, if you got somebody else with you, you might want to stay in their room and not in this one. Anyway, so the entertainment, it's actually quite a bit on here. I mean, they're older movies, some of them are new, but either way, it's pretty dope. So check this out. Now, for me, I was just going through it, and so, I mean, it's a lot. I mean, look, Avengers, Black Panther, Blade Runner. I mean, movies I literally would watch at home, they have it on this tab. I mean, and this thing is just loaded. So, for example, I watched Doctor Strange. I enjoyed the first one, and so I watched it and fell asleep to it. But it's just so many. Oh, Edge of Tomorrow. Oh, wow, that's dope. So, so many movies. You just press this button right here. It's gonna ask if you want to watch on the TV. Hit yes, and then bang, just like that. And this TV is actually a good quality too. As you all can see, it's running at 60 FPS. It's Samsung. It's a smart TV, and everything's controlled with this tab. So again, it's a very cool tab, a very cool system. It sounds good, it looks good, it's a really good time. Anyway, that was the tab. Peace out. Very cool. Anyway, let's keep going. So you have all your paperwork when you first get in. So this is all mine. I have the Splash of Romance, which I'll talk about eventually. So far, it hasn't been great, but maybe it was some hiccups. I don't really know yet. But we keep on going. This is the bed. So this is like, I'm assuming that's a full-size bed. I have a king at home, and it's definitely a lot smaller than the king, but I'm assuming a full-size bed. Not too bad. I do like how the TV is directly in front of it, though. Like, that is dope. Beautiful setup. And then as you all can see, they also have their room lights and stuff like that as well. So not bad. Not bad at all. And then under the bed, they actually have a couple of things. So more storage space and things like that. And then they also have this cubby over here. So I just threw my book bag right there, but you can just kind of load up like shoes and stuff like that over there. And again, this is my first time going to this bathroom. Oh, there's a mirror. I was wondering where the mirror was at. It's not too bad. It's nice and clean. Really nice. It's compact, but it's not like super small. Like, this is a decent sized bathroom for this size of a room. And then of course you have your body wash, hair conditioner, things like that. So if you're thinking about it inside a room, I honestly would recommend it. I mean, it has everything you need. And it's enough space where it's not too small. And the thing is, say for example, if you don't want to deal with that tab, you can still use the regular controls, like for this, for the lights, things like that. So it's pretty dope. Next up, we have Carnival. Now again, this can be booked with more than one person, but again, if you do book it by yourself, depending on the cruise, they may not charge it for 2 people. Here it is. So I will say, even though this is very disappointing, I knew they was going to have a twin size bed, so that's not a big deal. But it's got so much open space. This is pretty amazing. Let's start from the top. So right here you do have, okay, that's a light switch, a lamp. I don't see any plugs, which is an issue. I don't know why older ships always do that, but actually I do see a plug down there. So I might have to move some stuff out the way, but there we go right there. So you got your light switch, your bed. Again, I apologize. This is my first time going through this room. Then your TV. So this is about a 20 inch, maybe 22. I actually had to unplug it because the remote batteries are dead. And if you look at the back, you can't actually switch them, so I'm gonna have to let my room attendant know. But yeah, it comes with water that you have to pay for, $4.25 bottle, from glasses and everything. Hair dryer right here, some drawers, so a whole little desk space, and so it's actually a really good size. As you all can see, I bought some bottled water as well. I think all together was like $9.95. It was something. It was decent for what I got. And then you also have your telephone room right there as well. Well, your room phone right there as well. And then beside that, here you go, the closet. So again, this room is made for solos. So that's one. And then over here, life jackets and 2. So more than enough. I mean, this is a 3-day cruise, y'all. I don't need half of the space. But I love this right here. So it actually has a couch as well. So I mean, you got the bed over there, you got a couch. Like, this is pretty chill. Very chill. Man, oh, cool, okay. So it does have a fridge. I was worried if they had a fridge or not for my water, but it does. And then also a little mirror as well. Some little weird design on it. And then the bathroom. So unlike usual solo rooms on NCL where the bathroom is like almost like a closet, just like a little circle, this is a full-fledged bathroom. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit smaller, but you got your shower, you got your toilet. This is actually dope, y'all. This is really dope.
Okay, so I want to show you all this. I don't know if it's just my bathroom or what, but every time I take a shower, this happens. Look at that. You take me on the Titanic right now. Like, my freaking sandals are floating because of this bathroom not draining the water properly. It's just sitting there. It's ridiculous.
Y'all, this is really dope. And then last but not least, why did they have this all the way up? So this is your temperature control, and they had it on the heat, and it's freaking 95 degrees outside. But yeah, this is it, y'all. Now, the one thing I can notice, which is kind of weird, is they don't have the energy saving lights. So if you're in here, you can just press the button, turn the lights on and off instead of having to put your card in there, which is different. But this is it, y'all. This is it. Choose fun. Mr. Bucket List, peace out. And then last but definitely far from least is going to be this room on Celebrity Ascent. This is actually one of the newest solo cabins that I stayed in. I was actually the first person to stay in this room. The ship was brand new at the time. We were the second sailing, so I hope you all enjoy. Here you actually have a digital, just kind of a readout. So it has your temperature, but also your lights as well. So let's go ahead and turn everything on. There we go. Now right here we actually have our bathroom. Before we get to the bathroom, we do have a closet over here. Oh, wow. Yes. So bathrobe. Every room does come with a bathroom. This thing is thick, y'all. So just keep that in mind. This is a solo infinite veranda room. So basically a solo room with a partial balcony in the way. Now, of course, I don't like to show myself, so I kind of pan around over here. But here is your bathroom. Now, this bathroom is very spacious for a solo room. As you can see down there, it actually has an outlet down there. High quality stuff as well, as far as like toiletries and things like that. Your toilet, very nice sink, and then this also has a glass shower. So none of that nonsense with the curtain like I saw on Carnival. It's actually really nice, very good size. Okay, then when we come over here, we have a mini bar. Now these waters do cost money, so don't drink them if you think you want them for free. You gotta pay for it. But that's that. And then you have a mini bar right here. It comes fully stocked, but this is something they charge for. And then over here they have a safe. Got a safe, laundry bag, things like that. Alright, and then if we come on over here, we actually have a desk. A good sized desk is nice and off to the side, so it's not in the way. And over here they actually have power outlet blocks. So you got this one right here, then your stand-up plugs, USB plugs. So all together, technically, that's 5 right there. And then you got 1 in the bathroom already. So we already got 6 plugs. Again, this desk is a nice size. It's not a little stool, it's an actual seat. So that's good. Nice little mirror right here as well. Room phone and everything. And then right here is your bed. Now this is a queen size bed. What they do is they push both twins together. So you do have a queen size bed. And then as you can see, it's right in front of the TV. I can tell right now it's probably about a 55-inch TV. So a good size TV as well. Samsung, so high quality TV. And then as you all can see, they actually have this screen right here. But again, this is an infinite veranda room. So basically a somewhat of a balcony type of room. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's in here. You gotta push forward, not pull out, by the way. And there you go. Now mine is partially blocked. I didn't know that until I walked in here, but it's whatever, I don't really care. But there it is. So this adds in just different, just extra room. This is really nice. I mean, this is really nice. And as you all can see, this window goes down. So I'll go ahead and give you all a tour of it in a little bit, but before I do, this is the pan of the entire room. So boom, not bad at all. Okay, so now when it comes to this, let's go ahead and try to bring this down. I believe it's the one on the right. Let's see. It is. So you just hold this button right here, and it goes from being a window to actually being outside. Now obviously this thing is pretty loud, but again, I'm in this room, at least for right now, I'm in here by myself, so it's not a big deal. But bang, you now have about, wow. Crazy. And then right here they got their sensors. So say for example, if it's coming down, your finger's in the way, it's gonna stop if the sensor picks it up. So I'll give you all a taste of that. I'm trying to put it up. It's not going up.
5 hours later.
Alright, so we already have issue number 1. For whatever reason, my veranda will not go up. I don't know what's going on here. So I've tried all the buttons. This is how you put it down. For whatever reason, now it's not going up. So this is Mr. Bucket List from the future. So apparently that little sensor that I showed earlier has to be spotless for this window to work. So when I had briefly touched it, just to let you all know that, hey, if anything blocks it, it's going to stop the window. My natural oil for my fingers completely blocked the sensor. And so I can verify that because when I had my room attendant try to come and help me out, he put his finger on there as well, and it still didn't work. And so he was like, yeah, that's how I usually just try to clean it. But again, I was the first person in this room, so no one's been putting that window up and down. And then eventually, I guess it was like a technician or something came by with a rag, and he said nothing can be on this sensor. It has to be spotless for it to work. If not, it automatically stops working. So that's what took place. So there are some other flaws that I want to speak about when it comes to this cabin, but before I do, I just want to say, either way, I did thoroughly enjoy this cabin. I mean, of course, this is a solo room, so having a solo room with a veranda, infinite veranda, regardless if it's obstructed or not, is amazing for a solo traveler. So thank you, Celebrity. Thank you, Royal Caribbean brand, for presenting something like this. Can't skip over that. So to get on to my minor complaints outside of the window, as far as the room location, so as you all saw, I was on the 6th floor. If I didn't mention it, I was on 6225. This room was directly above the club, and it's actually called The Club. Obviously, that's not the best for if you're trying to sleep during the nighttime, so that's something to be aware of if you're in 6225 or the area. And then the last thing was around like later on at night or even during the day, I would always hear this draining noise. I'm like, what is this noise? It just sounded like water or something was draining, even though I hadn't taken a shower, I hadn't even been in the bathroom, like period. And you would just hear this draining noise. And so I went from just hearing a draining noise to literally my bathroom smelled like sewage. And I mean, again, I hadn't been in the bathroom, so it wasn't from me. It was coming from like the ship, like raw sewage smell. And so I smelled that before on MSC. And that is it. So I hope this video was helpful. As you all can see, you have so many different options when it comes to being a solo cruiser. It really just depends on your budget, the type of environment you're looking for, honestly just the type of quality you're looking for. So many different things, variables that can go into it. But at the end of the day, if you do your research, you don't necessarily have to pay double like the misconception is if you can find one of these rooms. So again, I hope this was helpful, and it was Mr. Bucket List. I'll be seeing you soon.